I made some notes so I can give you all some quality thoughts about this scrimmage, so I don't have to give you an I don't know. I thought it was a good day overall. We went half a normal practice and then half scrimmage. Most live work we've done. Give and take on both sides, which is kind of what you expect. I would say the defense is a little further ahead than the offense. Some of that's because of experience. Some of that's just because it's the way it works early in fall camp or early in spring ball. I thought the defense dominated early in the open field, and really the defensive line really controlled the early parts of the scrimmage. I thought the offense came on late in the situational work we did. Third downs, red zone, goal line. Offense was really good in the red zone and the goal line area. Here's some guys I thought that stood out. I'll talk about defense first. I thought our defensive line, I talked about them briefly, but as a whole, Darius and Dante Steele both made several plays in the backfield, which is a positive. I'm excited about those guys. I think they've made a lot of improvement the first 2 weeks. Taj Austin is going to be a kid he's going to be a player. He's got the right mindset. He's got good ball get off. He's strong. He's coachable. He's been really good. Tonkery is back, and he looks full speed to me, and we're being controlled with him. He's gone a little bit, and he's probably been on limited reps is the best way to say that. But there's a significant difference when he's in the game compared to when he's not. Josh Chandler is a guy that's been really consistent through 2 weeks. And then the secondary, Norwood's really competitive. And then Kenny Robinson, Kenny Robinson is he's playing with good energy. He's learning. I think he's doing a good job of communicating the back end. So those are some guys defensively. Offensively, TJ Simmons has been really the catalyst offensively. Pleased with his progress. He had the offense was really struggling early, and he had about 75, 80 yards probably, touchdown to kind of get the offense going, and 69. Right on it, Mike, thanks. So 69 yards. Dylan Spalding made a couple really nice plays down in the red zone, which was good to see. Kennedy McCoy had a really, really good goal line session. I thought he did a good job getting behind his pads. Sinkfield had a couple big runs. He was probably the most productive running back in the open field section. That was good to see. Sam James had a really good double move touchdown down in the red zone, and then Sam also had a couple nice plays on screens, but then Bryce Wheaton had a long touchdown of 35, 40 yards, something like that. So long ways to go, but we're making progress. Like I said, defense controlled early, offense kind of picked it up later. So with that, open up to questions.
How's the timing aspect coming along?
It's not where you need it to be. I mean, it's not. It's improving. It's improving. Part of it's we're repping 3 quarterbacks, and we've got a lot of young receivers. So, but it was better. Like, you could see the difference between the very beginning to the very end. Kendall connected with Sam James on a pass that I thought was really good timing. It was a double move, little post corner route, and really good. And then I think Jack had a really nice play with Bryce Wheaton.
Different is this in a team that you've had for 3 years?
Oh, it's different. It's different. The biggest thing is maybe not for the kids as much as for coaches, particularly the head coach, because you see something that patience is hard. I don't care, probably in your all's profession too. I'm not a very patient person. So my last memories when I was at Troy is a group that we'd had for 3 and 4 years, and everything's new here. So sometimes my expectations are probably a little unrealistic. But to me, I think you have to set your standards early on, and you don't give on your standards, and you got to raise to the standards. And to our guys' credit, they're really trying. They're really trying. I like the way they compete. I like the way they have energy. We've got to get some more discipline, really in all phases.
How much is James and Wheaton? How much is that kind of a competition, and how likely is it that they'll both get on the field the same time?
Well, we're playing them opposite right now. And really, so. They're playing, we got that group of redshirt freshmen. There's 4 of them. And, they all redshirt last year. A couple of them got to play in games. Sam did. Bryce played in a little bit. I think both of them have really good skill sets. And they play off of each other really well, because Bryce is a big guy that has a huge catch radius, which quarterbacks like to throw to, especially down in the red zone. Sam is explosive. And so we're playing them opposite right now. TJ's moving around, playing a little inside and outside. So I'm pleased with them. I think both of them got a long way to go to be go-to guys, but they both had some bright spots today.
try to keep those receivers right and left, or will you move them around eventually?
Very similar to the way they've been done here before. You got X and Z, and we move them around formationally, so they're not stuck on the left or right every time, so people can't necessarily scheme for them. But very similar to the way it's done here in the past with an X and H, a Z and a Y.
Health-wise, anybody safely out for spring now?
Well, you know, other than like Benton and Hensley, who are coming off ACLs, VD, he has a little bit of a hamstring. How long he's going to be out, I'm not really sure. I'm hopeful he'll be back maybe for that last week. Going to try to see. Trying to think, anybody else might go today, Mike?
So, Josh.
Josh, okay, yeah. Kind of really dodged a big bullet with him. Dodged a bullet with him because he got rolled up from the back, really looked bad on film, but we got a good prognosis. So I think if we get the swelling down, I think he'll come back, and it may be a week, but those are the guys coming back.
Didn't see Marcus Sims.
Yeah, he's dealing with a personal issue. Yeah.
With the Sills injury, I guess, is it one of those blessings in disguise where you get Mays a lot of reps right now at once?
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. What I mean by that is we've been moving him around a lot. So he's playing some guard and some tackle. So I would love for him to be getting the reps, and more than anything, just from a leadership perspective. Because the way we've got it right now, we got Colton on one side and we're playing Sills on the other, and our communication is so much different just because they've played. You know, they've played and they've got leadership capabilities. So when we have Colton, on the left, and he's really kind of communicating on that side, and then we have Sills on the right, then he's communicating that side. So it's good Bryson's getting reps. I'd rather Sills be out there too, though.
Neal, you ticked off a bunch of names, and then a couple of them was the second time.
Yeah.
Chandler, for example. When do you start to say, oh, that wasn't just a good day, and we made that something?
Yeah, I think with Chandler, I think you're right on. I mean, we do a best worst every single day, because I think it creates a culture of accountability, and he's been on that best list a lot. You know, another guy from a football standpoint is Josh Norwood. He's been on that list a lot. Sam James has been a guy, and you get on that list by paying attention to detail, playing with really good effort, doing what you're coached to do. Tonkery's a guy that's been on that list a lot, which you probably expect that from him because he's played a bunch of football. But Sinkfield going back to the winter. I just like the way he approaches everything he does.
Can I ask about the worst list?
No,
well,
not yet, Mike.
Well,
not yet.
How about just fundamentally? I understand, hey, you guys did things good and it's easy, but like, there's a very different dynamic to saying, hey, you weren't the best today.
Yeah, and here's the deal is, for right now, I think the hardest position, especially transition-wise offensively, is on the offensive line. And we've got some guys, we need to be better there. You know, especially in the run game, we need to be better. You know, y'all have heard me talk about, I think it's probably a plus. Maybe our most talented position is at running back. Well, if we don't give them space to run the ball, it kind of voids our strength. So I think we've got to make some positive strides there. And our kicking game, we've been working a lot, and I think it's our specialist. Some of the things we're asking them to do are a little bit different. We're breaking in a new holder, which nobody thinks about, but it's a big deal for Staley. And so without getting into the worst, I think those are two areas I think we can improve on, or at the offensive line and in the specialty department.
Is this posted somewhere?
Not for y'all to see.
Thanks, Coach.